With 500 kilowatts or 680 horsepower of peak power and acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.7 seconds, the new Mercedes AMG CLA 45.4 Matic Plus advances into spheres that were previously unthinkable in this segment. Behind this surge in performance are 3 axial flux motors, 2 on the rear axle and 1 on the front axle. Although the front drive acts as a booster motor, it is not only engaged when additional power is required, but also to optimize efficiency. The front motor can deliver up to 225 kilowatts or 360 horsepower of peak power. With the groundbreaking electric motors that made their production debut in the new Mercedes AMG GT 4-door coupe, Mercedes AMG is now bringing a top-of-the-range technological concept to the CLA. Thanks to fully variable all-wheel drive, adaptive suspension, and active aerodynamics, this compact sports car channels this unbridled power directly onto the road, delivering pure driving pleasure. The highly dynamic characteristics of the new CLA 45.4 Matic Plus are also evident in the expressive design, which gives both model variants a strong presence and hints at the breathtaking experience that awaits drivers behind the wheel. The most distinctive feature is the AMG-specific radiator grille. With 10 vertical Panamericana struts in high-gloss chrome or dark chrome, and a Mercedes-Benz star integrated in the center against a high-gloss black panel, it clearly signals its heritage from the AMG performance family. Its sporty character is emphasized by omitting the typical light strip between the sharply contoured, narrow headlamps, a feature that enhances the car's high-performance appearance. On request, the continuous light strip combined with the illuminated radiator grille is also available for this compact, top-of-the-range sports car. Distinctive features also characterize the AMG-specific front apron. The front splitter merges seamlessly into the side air curtains in front of the front wheels, which optimize airflow and thus improve aerodynamic performance and the drag coefficient. The athletic appearance is further emphasized by the widened front wings with flared wheel arches. They create space for the wider front axle. The sporty proportions are further enhanced by the low-slung greenhouse, the aerodynamically advantageous, elongated bonnet with shark nose and power domes, and the alloy or optional forged wheels that sit flush with the wheel arches. As standard, the CLA 45.4 Matic Plus runs on 19-inch wheels. 20-inch wheels are available as an option. The further developed active radiator fins at the front also contribute to increasing the efficiency and dynamics of the CLA 45.4 Matic Plus. They are optimized in such a way that, compared with the standard version, they can remain closed almost up to a speed of 250 kilometers per hour. This enables low air resistance, maximum range, and better acceleration values. Furthermore, the air is directed specifically towards the underbody in order to reduce downforce on the front axle. Only when certain temperatures have been reached on predefined components and the cooling air requirement is particularly high do the fins open and air flows to the cooling module. Viewed from the side, the wider AMG side skirts in high-gloss black with matte chrome trim lower the CLA 45.4 Matic Plus so that it appears to lurk lower on the road. In true sports car style, the exterior mirrors sit directly on the front doors. In addition to its high-performance character, the standard glass roof with a heat-reflective coating offers a tangible sense of freedom with an almost unobstructed view of the sky. It extends seamlessly from the windscreen frame to the rear and allows plenty of light into the interior. The rear view is pure AMG too. It is characterized by the wide AMG rear apron and the sharply defined diffuser with a total of 6 fins, which extends forwards in the center of the car, thereby enhancing its effectiveness. A first in this class and a visible statement of performance, the active rear spoiler optimized the aerodynamic balance and, consequently, the vehicle's efficiency and dynamism. At low speeds, the active spoiler, seamlessly integrated into the design, remain fully retracted. This ensures a clean appearance when stationary and at low speeds. Depending on the driving mode, the active rear spoiler adopts different angles to either ensure the necessary driving stability or minimize aerodynamic drag, thereby optimizing range to suit every driving situation. In the AMG Force S Plus and race driving modes, the spoilers are activated immediately. Furthermore, the spoilers can be controlled manually at any time, for example via the controls on the AMG Sports steering wheel. The position of the active spoiler is controlled based on various parameters, including longitudinal acceleration, and the position of other active aerodynamic systems, such as the active radiator loop. The interior of the CLA 45-4 Matic Plus reinforces the vehicle's consistently dynamic character with numerous individual details. With its sporty features, anatomically contoured sports seats, and the new generation of the MBUX infotainment system, it connects driver and machine in an intense, personal way, allowing them to merge into a single entity. The design of the saloon as pure four-seater also testifies to their uncompromisingly sporty character. The standard center armrest adds an extra touch of comfort to the rear seats. Typical of AMG, the driver and front passenger are seated in a driving-oriented position, with firm lateral support on contoured sports seats. The standard upholstery, combining Artico leather look trim and Napa look with black microcut microfiber, features red decorative stitching to create accents typical of AMG. Leather upholstery in black, beach brown and black with green accents, and contrasting stitching is also available for the interior. The combination of black with contrast stitching and inserts in the side bolsters and backrest in race yellow rounds off the range. This is complemented by red manufacturer seat belts, optional, and specific black and silver aluminum trim elements in AMG design. The distinctive, sporty AMG ambiance is further enhanced by the brushed stainless steel sports pedals with rubber studs, black front floor mats featuring AMG lettering, the black fabric headlining, and the AMG front door sills in brushed stainless steel, also featuring AMG lettering. Also fitted as standard is the AMG Performance steering wheel in Napa leather, with contrast stitching to match the seat upholstery and AMG steering wheel controls. Alternatively, the Performance steering wheel in microcut microfiber and the AMG Performance steering wheel in Napa leather microcut microfiber are available. The driving experience of the CLA 45-4 Matic Plus becomes even more exhilarating thanks to the standard front seat shakers, which deliver authentic vibrations as part of the standard AMG Force system. The AMG Force S Plus delivers maximum excitement with the perfect internal combustion engine simulation. Extroverted, powerful and awe-inspiring, multi-sensory feedback through tactile gear changes, and the AMG four-cylinder sound. Seat shakers generate vibrations, while the display shows the rev counter and gear indicator. The Powertrain simulates gear changes similar to an AMG speed shift transmission, with manual shifting via steering wheel paddles. For reasons of efficiency, most braking maneuvers in the CLA 45-4 Matic Plus are carried out entirely by means of energy recovery. In principle, the vehicle can even brake electrically right down to a standstill, thereby recovering kinetic energy. The high deceleration means more energy is recovered and, ultimately, a longer range. Even when the ABS is engaged, or on an icy road surface, the CLA 45-4 Matic Plus can recuperate. Drivers can choose between 5 levels of energy recovery. During emergency braking and in demanding circuit driving, the hydraulic braking system also comes into play. The new CLA 45-4 Matic Plus channels its brute power onto the road via an AMG ride control sport suspension with steel springs and adaptive three-way damping. All suspension components, springs, and dampers have been thoroughly revised to achieve higher maximum lateral acceleration while maintaining easy controllability at the limits of the car's performance. The damper characteristic curve can be pre-selected in 3 modes: Comfort, Sport, and AMG Force S Plus, thereby enabling a noticeable distinction between high levels of comfort and sporty driving dynamics. The high voltage of the lithium-ion energy storage system, 800 volts, also contributes to the overall performance. The advantages of this high voltage setup include reduced weight due to lighter cabling, higher continuous power output, and shorter battery charging times. As a result, DC charging from 10 to 80% state of charge takes just 22 minutes at a peak charging power of 330 kilowatts. In just 10 minutes, a range of more than 270 kilometers can be recharged.